Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. In today's video I will show you how to use the digital output of the Arduino. To do that, I'm going to use the Tinkercad simulation platform. For those who do not know the platform, just click on the card that will appear on the screen to see the video I made about how to use it. The link is also in the description. I will show in this video the details of the circuit that we will build and how to program the Arduino correctly. And in the end, I will give a tip that many people don't know on how to test if an Arduino board is working properly. So, let's get started. So, to use the digital output of our Arduino, I will show a very simple example that is one of the most basic examples that every person that is starting to learn how to use the Arduino should learn. To do that, we'll need the Arduino itself. I can search it here in the search bar. So, just click, drag and drop it here. And we'll also need a resistor and a LED because the goal is to make an LED to blink. I will click on it and drag it here. And we will also need a breadboard, which is down here. Or you can also do the search in the search bar. So, first of all, the pins of Arduino, which can be used as a digital output, are the ones from pin 0 up to pin 13. All the pins here can be used as a digital output. But what is a digital output? A digital output can assume two voltage levels called high level or low level to be able to turn on or off any digital device connected to it. The first thing we must do is to identify the terminals of the LED, which are called anode and cathode. In the real component, the LED will have a long lead, which is the anode, and it will have a short lead, which is the cathode. The cathode also has a flat part here on the side of the LED. On the cathode terminal, we're going to connect the negative terminal of the circuit, which is the ground terminal. And the anode is the terminal that we will connect our power source, which, in this case, will come from one of the pins of the Arduino board. So, let's change the resistor value to 270 ohms. We can change the scale here. The resistor will limit the current through the LED. Let's rotate our resistor to put it on the horizontal, and we're going to connect it on the anode. Notice that the resistor terminal is connected here on the anode terminal through the breadboard connections. Now, we're going to connect the cathode on the ground pin of Arduino. To make this curve with the wire, you just click and move to another direction. Then you can adjust it. The positive terminal of the LED is connected here on pin 8. To organize our wiring, let's change the power source wire to red and let's keep the negative terminal as black. So, now we already have our circuit ready. In the circuit we'd like to use the pin 8 of our Arduino as a digital output to blink my LED. The next step is to go to the code part here, which is where I will program my Arduino to do exactly what I want. Let's select here to code as text. And here we already have an example by default that makes the pin 13 of the Arduino to blink. Let me first explain you the basics of the Arduino programming. Basically, Arduino will always have two functions. One is called void setup and other is called void loop. The void setup is executed at the beginning of the program. So, as soon as I turn on the Arduino, it will start executing this function first. Inside the void setup we usually put the commands that are going to configure the pins of our Arduino. In the void loop function, which is the function that is executed in an infinite loop, the code will be running continuously as long as the Arduino is on. So, when I turn on the Arduino board, it enters the void setup function and execute the configuration commands, and then it goes to the void loop function. In the void loop it will execute the commands in line 8, line 9, line 10, and line 11. And it will keep doing that as long as the Arduino is on. So, as we are going to use the pin 8 to make the LED blink, we are going to create a variable that is going to name this pin. To do that, before the setup function, we're going to add this command. By doing that, we are creating a tag called pin LED that corresponds to the number 8. Based on that, every time we'd like to refer to the pin 8, we're going to write its tag instead. This will help us to understand better our programs in the future. Now, in the void setup function I have a function pin mode. This function has two arguments. The first argument defines which pin I am configuring, and the second argument determines if this pin is going to be an output or an input. As we're going to use the pin 8 to control the LED, we just need to change the number of the pin by putting pin LED here. So, I configured pin 8 as a digital output. Inside the void loop function we want to turn on and turn off our LED so that we can make it blink. To do that, I'm going to use the digital write function. What does it do? It has two arguments. The first argument is the pin that I'm going to activate, and the second argument is the voltage level that I'm going to provide on that pin, which means that I'm turning that pin on or sending a high voltage level, which in the case of the Arduino Uno is 5 volts. On the other hand, if I put low on that pin, it means I'm providing a low voltage level in that pin, which in the case of the Arduino means 0 volt, which is the ground level. Between the commands to turn the LED on and off, we need to add a delay, which is determined by the delay function. This function pauses my code for a time value specified here as argument, which is defined in milliseconds. So, if I put 1000 here, it means I have 1000 milliseconds of delay in my code, which corresponds to 1 second. As we're using the pin 8 to control the LED, let's change the value 13 by the pin LED tag. So, the code will turn on the LED. Then, it will wait for 1 second. Then it will turn off the LED and wait for another second. The code will run like that indefinitely. It's also possible and recommended to add comments in the code. We can for example write that in this part the LED is on, and in this part the LED is off. Now that our code is ready, we can come here and start simulation and watch our code running. Let's hide the code window. And we can see that our LED is blinking at the programmed frequency. Note that to edit the circuit it is necessary to stop the simulation. If we don't stop the simulation, it is not possible to do anything with the circuit like editing the wiring or the component's position. Now, let's change our code to increase the blink frequency. To do that, let's reduce the delay time by half of the previous value. Let's run the simulation. And you can see that the LED is blinking faster. So, this all you need to know about how to configure a digital output in the Arduino board and how to build a circuit for an LED. The final tip I'm going to share with you is how to do all this work without any additional electronic components other than your Arduino board. This is also a good and quick way to test if your board is working properly. Every Arduino board has a built-in LED on the board. In the case of the Arduino Uno, the LED, which is here, is connected to the pin 13. Before testing this, let me first delete all those components here by pressing delete. Let me center the board on the workspace. And let's jump to our code. To blink the LED connected on pin 13, we just need to come here and change the pin number. Let's start the simulation. And that is it. As you can see, the built-in LED is blinking. By doing this, you can always check if your board is working fine. And that is all for this video. I hope you have enjoyed. If you'd like to learn more about Arduino, or if there was anything on this video that was not clear, just leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer as soon as possible.